Get ready, guys, get ready. I think this is where it all goes downhill, so prepare yourselves. I mean, it already started going downhill, but it will start going just straight downhill from now on. Also, I am dressed festively. It is falling off my head because these headphones, they're pushing it forward. So yeah, I wanted to have like at least some Christmassy decoration, but because I don't have like a tree or anything, this is the only Christmassy thing that I own. So are you feeling festive? I tried. Merry Christmas, I guess. I don't know if I'll even post this video before Christmas. So maybe this is like a late Christmas gift, who knows. When they leave the room, Yuka's mother is already waiting for them in the corridor. She promptly leads them to their room. We're sorry for imposing on you like this.
Yeah.
Not at all. She looks to be something of a quiet person. With each step she takes, the cane audibly clicks on the floor, and the sound echoes off the walls. Aoi takes out a mirror. It's the one Kyoji gave her. As they walk, she starts gazing at herself. Oh, she's really liking what she looks like. I mean, good for her. Oh, you're actually using it. I mean, what else do you use a mirror for?
だってジンノ君からもらったんだもの。家にはちゃんとクマさんもいるのよ。
Yeah, you gave it to me, after all, and the teddy bear has pride of place in my room, of course. Really? Even the way she talks sounds like she's a different person. She's much more animated and cheerful than usual. Can a simple change of clothes really change a girl that much? Yeah, she is talking a lot louder. Well, louder. A lot more clearer. They climb up the staircase to the second floor. Yuka's mother stops in front of the door at the end of the hallway.
お二人ともこちらを使ってください。
You two will be staying in this room. This is the room Kyoji was in earlier, and there's a double bed at the back. Kyoji is momentarily stunned, and then goes red. Both of us in the same room? Yeah. Isn't that, aren't there any other rooms we could use? They walked past several doors on the way here, and since they came here, they've only ever seen Yuka and her gloomy mother. There's no signs of anyone else being in the house. Based on what Yuka said, there are possibly one or more persons around, but even so, there should be more spare rooms. Yuka's mother shakes her head slowly.
他の部屋は使っていないから埃だらけで、ベッドもここにしかないんです。
The other rooms haven't been used in a long time. They're full of dust, and this is the only one with a bed. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Like, I honestly wouldn't question it. Because, like, a lot of big houses have, like, oh, they have 20 bathrooms, and, like, this room is a closet, that room is a closet, another room is a closet, that is a storage space. So is that one, and that one, and that one. Like, most rooms are used as storage spaces. I would be like, yeah, I guess. Or is he just like taken aback, like, oh, we have to sleep in the same room. There's only one bedroom. God, who fucking cares, mate? I sleep in the same bed with my friends. Do you think whenever my friends sleep over that I just suddenly like magically whip out another bed? No, they sleep in the same bed as me. Jesus Christ. No, but
娘がぜひそうしろと言ってましたし。
My daughter insists that you sleep here. With that final wary statement, Yuka's mother turns around and walks off as quickly as her good leg will allow her. And she's like, just shut the fuck up. Yuka said you're staying here, just... I've done my job saying that you have to stay here, just listen to her. It's not on me, it's on you. Goodbye. Good for you. You said your part. Left behind in the dark corridor, all alone with Aoi, Kyoji's at a loss as to what to do. Just stay in the room. Just don't do anything, you fucking horn dog.
ジンノ君、入ろう。
Let's go in, Jinno-kun. Ah, Namiki. Aoi enters the room first and looks around the room excitedly. A four-poster bed, a built-in fireplace, the wallpaper features an intricate floral design, and the curtains are thickened in subdued colors. Nice room! Yeah, fuck yeah, I would stay in there. The carpet on the floor looks deep enough for them to sink in up to their ankles. Okay, maybe not. I don't like those carpets. Aoi's uniform is hanging on the wall, and the one mismatched article in the room, Yuka's mother might have bought it here. This is like a dream. Aww, she thinks like she's in a fairy tale because it's like so big and pretty. Like, I get you, girl. Yeah, I guess. Kyoji still feels restless. The room does look like something straight out of a dream. If nothing else, this kind of room doesn't exist in his world. He can't sit still. He feels like he doesn't belong here. But Aoi seems to like it here very much. It's so nice. I wish I could stay here forever. Maybe that's the wish that Yuka said that I will grant you. Really, I can't relax in a place like this. So she was like very rich because yeah, Kika is apparently very rich. So the house they were staying in was apparently very rich like this. But then like, yeah, her family members died and she had to move into a less rich household. No, it's like I'm back to the way things were. The way things were? Aoi nods, her expression full of nostalgia, and then hangs her head, looking ever so slightly morose. She continues, her expression grim. It wasn't as fancy as this place, but we did have a fireplace in my old house. And even this outfit. Aoi pinches up the hem of her dress. Aww. I used to have clothes like these. I feel like I'm back to my true self. It sounded like said that last bit to herself more than him. Kyoji gets the feeling he's just heard something he shouldn't have and can only look away. Come to think of it, he vaguely remembers Aoi being like this in the past. Looking at it from her perspective, her family was still with her back then, so she must have been happier than she is now. For some reason, this leaves him feeling a tinge of bitterness. Oh, I know, I'll sleep on the carpet. It's probably thick enough to serve as a futon. You think you can spare your blanket? Aoi turns around. You don't want to share a bed with me? Aoi. Don't be the horny one. Calm down. Huh? Kyoji's heart skips a beat. Stop being horny. Ew. I mean, it's a big bed. If you start making out, whatever Yuka does to you, that is well deserved. Like, you come into a child's house, a small child's house, for the first time, like your first visit. And the child is like very sick, has no friends, can't go outside and everything, like that's what she said. And you go to a house for the like first time to sleep over and you start like making out or fucking. Honestly, you deserve whatever is coming for you. I'm just gonna put that out there. Ah, yeah, that it is. His heart's beating like a drum now. Just tear them apart, Yuka. He notices that Aoi's cheeks are flushed scarlet. I hate everything about this. Yeah? You don't want to? Aoi looks at him, her eyes glistening. Kyoji gulps. It's not that I don't want to, but it's just... Aoi takes a step towards him. Now that she's this close, you can smell her hair. It still smells like rain. Yeah, she probably stinks like shit. His heart is beating in his throat. Feels so terribly bashful, but he just can't tear his eyes away from Aoi. Can I stop looking? Oh, I don't want this. Ew. Hyuji clenches his fist and says roughly, I take no responsibility for what I'll do. Hyuji! I hate everything about this. You come to a sick, fucking dying child's house, sleep over the first time, and you decide to have sex? And it's a mansion where you have said several times that you can hear everything, every little sound, because it is so quiet, it is so, like, empty. You can hear everything. That little child is gonna hear every single thing you're doing. I hate these people. Honestly, Yuka, just tear their fucking heads off. Or anything else, I don't fucking care. That's alright, it isn't. I replies, a voice shaking. Can these people... I swear, in this game, characters just do not understand that you can just be in the same room and just not tongue it out. Kyuji slowly puts his arms around her shoulder. No! So why is it suddenly dark? Did they turn the lights off, or... Her delicate body trembles under his touch. I hate everything about this already! Though her princess dress, you can feel her soft shoulders, and you're gonna molest her through the dress that Yuka gave her. Fucking hell. Insult to injury. Unable to restrain himself, he pulls her into his arms embrace. Her silky hair wavers before his eyes. And just like that, they lose their balance and him sitting down abruptly on the bed behind them. Jinna-kun! Aoi looks up at Kyoji, nestled within his arms. It's the first time looking at her from this close. They're close enough to be able to feel each other's breathing. Her large eyes are glistening. As they move, what little light is shining in from somewhere makes them positively sparkle. Aoi is cute. She's usually expressionless or frowning, so you wouldn't normally notice, but looking at her up close, you can tell she really is cute. Blood rapidly builds up in his crotch. May the Lord restrain me from breaking this fucking computer in half. The more conscious he is of it all, the harder it becomes to resist his impulses. Aoi casually looks down, only for her eyes to become riveted to a spot between his legs. This is Kuji's flustered, but Aoi looks up at him with flushed cheeks and says something he suddenly didn't expect. You want to do it? Do what? That's a lie. He does have an inkling what she means. Just a little idea. But he can't wrap his head around the idea that Aoi would know anything about such matters. So you could have had an experience, but Aoi should not even know that a thing like that exists? That is some double standards, my guy. That is some double fucking standards. It's my first time doing stuff like this. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Aoi goes very red as she says this, her eyes darting in every direction. But I have heard somewhere that boys like it when you lick them down there. Aoi murmurs, her voice dwindling to nothing at the end. And I think I want to do this for you, Jinno-kun. Kyuji can't help but swallow nervously. Aoi saying something like that comes as a surprise, to say the least. His impulse picks up so much it feels like there's a drum beating in his throat. Why is it so surprising? Kyuji nods. How could he ever say no? What about taking a step back and thinking, what situation am I in? Whose house am I in? What am I doing? How about thinking for a moment. How could he ever say no? I have so many reasons why you should say no. So many reasons. Yeah, I'd like you to do it too, I think. God. Aoi's shaking fingers reach for Kyoji's zipper. The sound of the metal fastener coming down feels like it lasts much longer than it should. His penis, long since raging erect, pitches a tent in his boxers. Aoi looks at it, her expression bewildered. This is embarrassing. Trust me, it's so much more embarrassing for me to read. Even so, he determinedly pulls his boxers down, at which point his erection pops out in all its glory in front of her face. Ugh. How the fuck am I gonna censor that? They just really love to put everything where the text is. They just love that angle. This is the first time the dick has had like a similar color to the guy. It's always like this very strange grayish green brown. But yeah, they just decided to put it where the chat box is, so you're not gonna be able to see shit. Burying himself before Aoi's eyes makes him feel all the more embarrassed, even this late in the game. Hey, Namiki, sorry about that. About what? Plopping your dick in front of her?
全然いいよ
It's alright, don't worry. It's not alright, you're doing it in Yuka's mansion. It's not alright. Smile plays over Aoi's lips. She slowly goes on to touch Kyoji's member. Her cool fingers are on him, and since the part of him she's touching is extremely hot, they feel all the colder. Aoi starts caressing and stroking his genitals with surprising bold gestures. Wow! Feeling somebody else's hand touch his penis is more stimulating than he expected. An unfamiliar sensation shooting from his crotch all the way up to his head. His erection jolts in Aoi's hand in an almost comical fashion.
すごい
This is... wow. The two masters of the language. Aoi moves her fingers along it, like she's making herself familiar with its shape. The movements are awkward, but that makes the sensation they bring all the more unpredictable. Aoi's eyes are shining. She brings her face closer to her target. And just that drives him closer to climax. Namiki, wait, this is wrong. You're just realizing that? Brother, I think it's too fucking late. He's actually showing his privates to a classmate. The abnormality of the situation fills him with an odd sense of pleasure. No, that's not the weird thing about this! You are going about it the wrong fucking way. No. It's not weird. Well, I mean... it is weird if it would be in a different setting. Like, you are kind of in, like, in a building relationship. Like, that is not weird. If you were showing your dick to your classmates, like in class or some shit, like, unwillingly, yeah, that would be fucking weird. But the weird thing about this situation is that you're in Yuka's mansion. A little sick girl's mansion. Who took you in because it was, like, raining. And you decided to, like, suck dick and balls in there. What are you doing? Somewhere in his mind, the word wrong blares like an alarm bell. And you're still not stopping? This isn't normal. Hello? Yes, surely this situation is a far cry from normal. Just what are they doing here? Without a second thought, in the house, they just happen to be staying in somebody else's house. What are they doing this? Yeah, what? Why? 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 I'm going fucking crazy. As he looks into Aoi's eyes, feels her breath, the little alarms in his head goes unheard. Like, I think it might be something like Yuka's powers that just make them be extremely horny, but if you weren't so fucking stupid, you would probably calm yourself and not do these stupid things. Aoi gently kisses his tip. She starts running her tongue over it like a lollipop. There's a timidity to her tongue movement. They almost tickle. As she moves her tongue, she gradually inserts his member into her mouth. This tantalizing sensation spreads all over his genitals. She gingerly traces over the vein on the back with her tongue. He instinctively pulls his hips back, and as he does, his quivering glands, already on the verge of eruption, brush against the roof of her mouth. Damn, that was quick. This stimulation pushes him over the edge, and he ends up ejaculating in Aoi's mouth. That does not look like inside of the mouth, like you sprayed that on her nose. Aoi looks up at Kyoji, surprised. When their eyes meet, he feels awkward, but Aoi soon closes her eyes and starts swallowing. Girl, what are you swallowing? He literally, like, put the cake batter all over your face, not in the mouth. It tastes weird. Yeah, Kyoji probably has a shit diet, doesn't he? Well, I mean, he does, because, like, Yami feeds him bullshit from the convenience store, so yeah. Sorry. It's alright, I was just a little surprised is all. Her face is feverish as she looks up at him, licking her lips. She coughs a little, perhaps a little cum is stuck in her throat. Really, I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? It's alright. He beams at him and then looks down at his crotch again. I'm gonna pleasure you some more. This almost doesn't feel like Aoi anymore. The little percentage that I did like Aoi, it's all gone. Like, this isn't anything that I like about her anymore. Like, I'm not enjoying this route anymore. I'm not enjoying her character anymore. With that said, Aoi brings her lips to his tip again. She sucks especially hard on him and his tip bursts like a dam. He unleashes a second load into Aoi's tongue. Taking this as permission to take the next step, Kyoji swallows nervously. Hey Namiki. Want to do it? Aoi glances at him. She's blushing, and as she looks up at him, her upturned eyes have a glint to them as he's never seen there. Yeah, if you're fine with it. I feel like the meme where it's like the two people and the third person like, I agree, and the third person is like, I disagree. I genuinely feel like the meme like, those two are like, I wanna have sex, and I'm like, I don't want to. I'm not. Kyoji raises her hand, softly touching Aoi's cheek. He makes her lay on the bed, but she gets up, her expression a little awkward. If I lay down like this, it will wrinkle my clothes. Aoi, there's cum on your fucking clothes. Not your clothes. Yuka's clothes. There's cum on Yuka's clothes. I think the wrinkles are fine. Aoi pinches up the hem of her dress and gently spreads it out. It seems she's taken quite a liking to this dress. It's not your dress. Don't have sex in it. That's so disgusting. Ever since she's put it on, she's shown him sides of herself that she's never displayed before. That means they should just take off their clothes. But stripping naked just like that would be embarrassing. Take off the fucking clothes. They find themselves turning away from each other to take their clothes off. Woo! Kyoji wrists a sidelong glance. You're gonna see it either way! He then freezes up in shock. Aoi doesn't seem to notice, but she's in full view in the nearby mirror as she's taking off her clothes. You can see a soft, plump, shapeless breast and the red tips crowning them. Damn. He averts his gaze, but Aoi's news form still films every crevice of his mind. You're gonna see it in a moment. In the mirror, full frontal nudity and the pretty curvature of her shoulder blades and back. He wants to embrace her right away, to cover her entire body with his. Chino-kun? Kyoji embraces Aoi from behind. She looks up at him, clearly puzzled. Two of them go over to stand in front of the mirror that's in the corner of the room. It has a small counter under it that's just the right height. Kyoji has Aoi brace herself against the counter. Can we do it like this? Yeah, sure. Are you okay doing it standing up? How the fuck do you have stamina for that? As a first. Is that strange? It's strange that you're doing it in somebody else's house. From behind, you can only see Aoi's large eyes looking at him over the dress's fancy puff sleeves. Her eyes have a moist sheen to them, and her long eyelashes are quivering. She must be embarrassed. Kyoji grabs Aoi's waist, and her body shivers in surprise. He flips up her adorable skirt and petticoat, revealing her privates, covered by a plain pair of panties. Wait, what? Wait, what? But she was naked! In the mirror, full frontal nudity, and the pretty curvature of her shoulder blades and back. Full frontal nudity. She is fully undressed. Does it just mean that she just has the skirt, took the top off, but she has the bottom on? Her scent mingles with the aroma of dried ray moss and that of her spread out clothes. That must stink. Like, I personally hate the smell of like wet hair and wet clothes from the rain because it just stinks. It really stinks like a wet dog. Like, you just smell badly. It really stinks. Also, I will be just skipping most of the scene because it genuinely is annoying to me. Between the two white hills of a fair behind her, tightly closed genitals are quivering. Okay, so she just unbuttoned her top. You had a good look at my thing, right? We're even. He wants to keep teasing her so hard she won't be able to keep her voice down any longer. Wants to hear her moan at the top of her voice. You're in somebody else's house, which also you have noticed several times how everything echoes, how everything is so hearable. And there's also a really small child living in this house with her elder mother. You are insufferable. Aoi cries out loudly for the first time. What do you mean for the first time? She has been screaming this whole time, like loudly moaning and screaming this whole time. Her upper body trembles and her legs nearly give way. Kyoji groans. This feels completely different from her mouth. She's so tight he's afraid she's going to rip it off. Blah. Looking down, he can see he's still only in her up to the tip of his glands. Poor girl, she probably must be in so much pain. If he can see it with his own eyes, he'd have thought he wasn't thrusting into a hole, but trying to forcibly push his way into a wall of flesh. Despite the softness of the genitals he's touching, it feels like steel walls are pressing down on him from every direction, bearing down on the intruder. Even though Aoi is this way, trying to push into her intimately causes her pain, like she's a vise lined with sandpaper. This doesn't sound great for either of you. In an act of desperation, Kyoji thrusts his hips against her, putting his whole body into it, and Aoi's back jolts wildly. Ugh! Oh my god, you probably ripped her pussy with this. Oh my god. You probably ripped her. Oh, that's going to hurt so much. Kyoji pulls out slowly and his dick reveals itself, staying red in between Aoi's white cheeks. Yeah, you probably ripped her. Oh my god, that's gonna hurt so badly. This is what you get when you don't educate people. Aoi, your pussy is probably not big enough for this. Like, you are probably not built for taking this. Like, you should probably not be doing this. Like that, he just fucking ripped you in half. Oh my god, that is, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. That is disgusting. Yes, who's he kidding? Kyoji thinks to himself. Stopping after they've come this far would be absurd. After you've ripped her, if you continue doing that, you are just doing more damage to her. She'll be in so much pain, she'll probably have to go to the hospital. Making up his mind, he thrusts in again, making Aoi moan. The really calm music is not helping this horrendous situation. This guy is so stupid and she's also so dumb. Like, educate these people. You should not be doing this. Oh my god, this is... Why are people not educating kids? Oh my god. This is why I hate fucking, like, people not having sex ed in schools and stuff, because this shit happens. You fucking tear pussies. Namiki, any way you could relax, let up a little? This man has the fucking balls to say this to the girl suffering. Aoi moves her rump forward, likely unconsciously, as if trying to get away from him. I don't fucking blame her. She must be in so much pain from this stupid man trying to fuck her like a beast. Oh my god. I'm so angry. Oh my god. Kyoji grabs her around the waist to stop her from losing her balance. As he pulls her closer, his tip gorges deep into her vagina. Aoi's still breathing in a way that suggests she's suppressing something. But now there are moans of pleasure mixed in with her gasps. Yeah, it's probably a way to self-preserve, like the body... Like, her mind is probably trying to self-preserve her sanity, so she's probably finding pleasure in the pain by this point. Aoi collapses, and as Kyoji is unable to support her, they both sink to the floor. You ruined the dress! You probably made the whole family... Yuka and her mom... hear you... And you ruined the fucking carpet. The dress, which was hanging precariously off her shoulders before, slides the rest of the way down and spreads over the floor. The floors are splattered all over their bodies and on the floor, so it's well possible some got on the dress, but Aoi is beyond caring about that by now. I hate you both so much. Aoi crouches, her hands on the floor and her back arched, still neat for all to see, her face turned away from him. Her body twitches every now and then, she's shivering like she's cold. Maybe she's feeling the remnants of Kyoji's hot seat spilling out of her. How has it come to this? If only I knew, but I regret every single second that I had to read this. Holy shit. Well, that was, fun to read, wasn't it? I hope you all enjoyed whatever I make of this video, because I will be editing that so heavily because I was not enjoying even a smidget of this. Holy shit.